Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Do it. Don't stop. Do it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Do it.
Watch past the outro for some cringe-worthy excitement.
Good morning, afternoon, and night, dudes.
Dudettes. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of You Two Noobs.
This month is October. That means it's time to get creepy, spooky, and downright evil in the studio. Don't do that again! Okay, sorry about that, ghouls.
And ghoulettes.
Our first spooky DIY this month.
Although ours is Halloween themed, you can use it for almost any time of the year.
Today we will be making specimen jars. Now, at first, this might seem a little intimidating, but it's really super easy. All you're going to need...
Hang on and I'll go get everything. All that banging around, what's going on in here? Hey, what's going on in that closet? Oh. Whoa! For this project, you're going to need 1 box of Alka-Seltzer, the blood of your specimen. Oh, we're using food coloring? Oil of some sort. I had to change my car's oil today.
Regular cooking oil would work just fine.
Well, I guess I'll go take this to the local auto parts store then. Your specimen, and if you don't want to miss, a jar to contain said specimen.
We're going to start out by pouring water into the container. You want to pour enough, but not too much. Between 1/4 and 1/3 of the way full seems to work best. Then, carefully, and trust me, I cannot stress that word enough, carefully pour your oil in. You want to pour it high enough that any specimens you add will sit 1 inch or more lower than the rim of your container, and that's just to contain any bubble over you might have and prevent yourself from making a very large mess. Next, you're going to add in the coloring. We used a red and green mix, which gave a really convincing rusty blood-like color, but you can use whatever color you like or whatever suits your needs. Next, drop in your specimens. We played around a lot with the eyes, which you can check out on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We were trying to make them float and kind of suspend themselves in the oil, which didn't work out too well, but in the end we ended up with a really cool effect. Now it's time for the fun. Start adding your Alka-Seltzer. Smaller pieces work great if you're using a smaller jar, and large or even whole pieces work really well for the bigger jars. The more you add, the more aggressive the effect will be, meaning the more it's going to fizz. We tried out a few things, experimenting with lighting, adding glow sticks, different amounts of Alka-Seltzer. Dame thought cutting activated glow sticks and trying to add the liquid out of them into the container would make it all glow, but as you can see, it sadly did not work very well. We ended up just dropping them in for a muted yet creepy effect. Turned out pretty cool though. After most of the playing was done, we did a massive drop. Took a bit to get going, and having more water might have worked better, but once all these babies started going, it was crazy. After all the fun, you can put a lid on your container and save it for future enjoyment or something fun to watch while you're just sitting there with nothing else to do.
We hope you enjoyed watching this week's episode of You Two Noobs, and if you do it yourself, remember to share the content with us. If you have any ideas, pins, experiments, or crazy DIYs for us to try, or maybe you have some ideas of things we could do differently here on set, make sure to let us know in the comment section down below.
If you want to see more wild and crazy ideas along with failed experiments, bloopers, and other fun things, feel free to visit us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope.
If you enjoyed our video, nail that like button, hammer that subscribe button, and be back next week for the next video.
Jack.